Yogesh, you wait for 5 minutes. Let us will see others they are joining or not. Huh? Okay, chalo, let us will start. Yogesh, Soji, Priti, are you there? What about the other three students? They are not interacting. Soji, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, chalo, let us will start. Priti is there. Priti 212007. Who is this?
Sir, Pooja.
Okay, Pooja. Better you use the name as a label. Okay, we'll start. Huh? The last time, do you remember the last lecture? Last time we already started the R programming, and these are some of the basics which we already discussed. At the end of session, I will send you the PPT so that you can refer some of the basics we already discussed. Then features of R programming also we discussed. Basically, the R is an open source. It is freely available on net. You can download the R and R Studio. Before you want to download the R Studio, you should have to download the R package. R package is downloaded, and then you have to go for the R Studio. R Studio is going to be downloaded by the from the cloud, right? That is from the CRAN Archive Network. That is Comprehensive R Archive Network. Now this installation I already told you, and I think you might already having the desktop or laptop, right? These are the commands under Linux of the system how to install. Under Windows also I explain the steps to how to install the R and R Studio. These are some commands which we already discussed, right? Then some data types we already discussed. There are some data types, important data types and data structures, right? The vector, list, matrix, array, factors, and data. These are the data structures. And numeric, integer, complex, logical, and character raw. These are the data types. So time to time we have to use this. Then how to see the data type or object of a variable, that is the class is the function, right? Then string, I think we have already worked on string also. Do you remember last time? What is the last lecture? Yogesh, you are present at last lecture. Soji, you are present there. What was the last lecture? Right. So I think operators we finished. Then we went to the switchboard. Some examples we have to discuss the, and in examples we have already discussed the looping statements. Right. I think looping statements. I'll repeat from this because this is an important part of any programming language. If you have to go for any programming language, the looping statements and if statements are very, very important. They plays a very significant role, right? So we have R Studio. I'll open the R Studio, and with the help of R Studio, I will explain the loops with the help of syntax, right? So this is the R Studio which I open. Do you have R Studio? Each one. Hmm? Better you practice with the help of R Studio, right? Say while loop and for loop I've discussed, right? Okay, R Studio. I will clear this. This will also say the R Studio window consists or divided into four different components. This is the first component, this is second component, and this is third component, right? And this is the fourth one. Say this first component is called as a code editor. This is a code editor. Whatever code we have to write here. This second window, down window, it is called an console, or it is also called as a terminal. So here from a console we can type the command, right? Command wise operations are going to perform in console or a terminal, right? And the whatever code we execute, the result is going to be displayed on a console. So for example, a is equal to 5, I assign the moment if I assign a is equal to 5 in a memory, so this will be the value stored in a. So this is the global environment. This is the global environment. Now the globally throughout the practice, the A will have by default 5 values. Similarly, if I assign here B is equal to, say for example 2, B is equal to 2. So immediately the one more variable is created, that is B, and it will have a 2 value in a memory. That means until and unless you change the value of A and B, the globally the value will remain stored in A and B as 5 and 2. If you want to change the value, you can change it. Say for example, again if I write here A is equal to 10, I again write A is equal to 10. Look at this picture. Now earlier it was 5 and now the value of A is becomes 10. That means the if you want to change a value, you can change. Otherwise, the value will remain same globally in a memory. Right? Okay. Now I would like to calculate here C equal to A plus B. What I calculated, C is equal to A plus B. See, the old value of A is going to be lost. See here, look at this. The old value of A is going to be lost. Instead of the old value, the new value is going to be assigned, that is A is equal to 10. Because if you look at the memory, the A will represent only once, not twice, right? But initially the value of A was 5. Later on again I assign a value of A is equal to 10. So what happened? The old value of A is going to be vanished. And instead of the old value of A, the new value is going to be stored into the memory variable A. That is why here I calculated C is equal to A plus B. So summation of A and B, the latest value of A and B is going to be considered, that is 10 and 12, 10 and 2, that is the answer is 12. And the same thing I can print here by using a print statement, right? I can use here by print statement. In print C, right? Print C. See, the print C means, okay, the C is 12 and this is printed here. C is printed here, right? Okay. Now, if I take this program in a program window, right? If I take this program in a program window, and take this program to the program window, so here, right? So A is equal to 5, let it be now. I'll remove this. Now this is B is equal to 2 and C is equal to A plus B. Code editor, that means at a time we can write a multiple lines, 1, 2, 3, so on n number of lines code is to be written. Print is equal to C. And now I will clear this. The console I cleared, terminal I cleared, nothing is on the terminal now. This memory is still it is there 10 to 12 because earlier we worked out that example. So this memory also I will clear. Fine. Now nothing is in the memory, and if I try to execute this code now, right? If I try to execute this code now, then immediately what happens? In a memory, A will have a 5 value, B will be the 2 value, and C will be the summation of both, and the result is going to be displayed, right? Okay, so I will make it run. Now, the moment if I press the run button, right, what I want A, B, C, 5, 2, and summation is going to be hold or stored in a memory as a globally, right? So the same code is repeated because I selected everything, right? Okay, I will manage this, and now if I select only this print series and if I try to run, only that particular statement is going to be executed because already the value of A, B, and C is stored in a memory. So here only 7 is going to be displayed. Like this, a very small script we can work out by using the R Studio. So this window is called the code editor. This is called a console. This is an environment setting. This is called an environment setting, and this window is called a visualization window. This is called a visualization window, or the we can add or remove the packages from the visualization window. Here, a lot of packages are there. If you click on packages, you get the list of packages. These are the ready-made data sets, ready-made packages are available in R. Fine. Now, okay, file, where you store the file, right? Packages, helps, views, right? Okay, now looping statements. As I said, example of loop. We already discussed, but I will repeat it. While I is less than 10, right? While I is less than 10, here I can print welcome. Print welcome. Opening and closing curly brace will have
प्लेसमेंटच्या संदर्भात लोक आली कंपनी म्हणजे ती तयारी वगैरे फ्री मध्ये काहीतरी सेशन वगैरे गंगाधर आणि वार दोघं बसू का दोघं ते घेते.
If I execute now this code, right? Okay, if I execute this now code, I will clear the console and I will try to execute this code. Now here, see unexpected bracket. That is something is while I is less than 10. Right? Unexpected bracket. That means colon is required. So where I will tell you the colon. While for each colon, for while bracket is required here. Immediate bracket is required, right? Okay. While I is less than, I is equal to 1, is equal to 1, alright. While I is less than 10, yes. print welcome. Now I will try to execute again. See, now infinite times the print welcome is printing. What is the reason? What is the reason? Come on. What is the reason? Infinite time it is printed. What is the reason why it is printing infinite time? Why it is printing? Because we have not incremented the value of I. Right? We are not incremented the value of I, so I should be incremented. That is why it is printing infinite number of times. It is printed infinite times, so the machine will take hang. Okay, now right here I will increment I by 1. I is equal to I plus 1. And now if I try to print this, so see, if you count the I is the table 9 times it is printed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times it is printed. So similarly, you can use the for loop instead of while the for I in. The syntax of for is little bit different. For I in 1 to 10. Print if I try to execute this again, same thing, right? By using a for, we printed this 9 times. If you have to print 10 times, less than or equal to 10. Otherwise, less than 10 means 9 times you print. For I in 1 to 10, that means value of I is going to vary from 1, 2, 3, so on till 10. Once I becomes 10, it will come down. Now here this might have printed 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? So this is the loop part. Generally, while writing a small script, the looping sections are used. Next component is the function. I will explain the function and then I will show you practically how it works. Function. The function means, say, there are two types of functions. One is a built-in function and the second one is the user-defined functions. There are two types of functions. One is built-in functions and second one is user-defined functions. Built-in function means the functions those who are already built in the system is called a built-in function. Say for example here, I have categorized this SEQ sequence, mean, sum. These are the built-in functions. Now each and every function, it has got a special significance. Each and every function, it has got a special significance. So ready-made function, this is already available in a R programming language. So here I will try to execute sequence, right, and 1 comma 10. The meaning of this is, so the sequence means value of a parameter. What parameter are given? Two parameters are given, 1 and 10. 1 means start value, 10 means end value. So sequence is the function which is used to print the values from 1 till 10. From 1 till 10. If I want to take a step size, say for example 2, so here value of values in between 1 to 10 will print, but it will take jump by 2. First of all 1, then step size is 2, that is why it will move to the 3. Again step size is 2, so it will move to 5. Step size 2, 7, 9. Like this it will go on printing, right? Like this it will go on printing the values, right? Now here if I use mean of SEQ of 1 comma 10, what is meaning of this? Very powerful analysis is done with the help of R programming 5.5. That means directly it has taken a mean of a values from 1 to 10. No need to pass all these 10 values as a parameter or as an argument. Directly it can calculate this mean value of a value from 1 to 10, right? Similarly, the sequence is a function which can use, say, SEQ from 2 to ends from 2 it will repeat, how, to how long it will repeat, say 20 it will repeat, and step size, increment size, step by. It is called by, and by it will stated by 3 from from is equal to x, sorry, from is equal to 2, right? 2 is equal to 20 and by is equal to 3. See the beginning. Here I have started printing from 2, so from is equal to 2. Till how long I would like to print? Till 20, 220. So this is the T20. How much step size you need? 3. So if you look at, the difference is 3. If I mention here step size 5, so it will take a difference of 5. Take a difference of 5. So 2, 5, 7, 17. Are you getting or not? Yes? Are you with me? Very powerful function sequence in an analysis. If you go on separating a value or performing some result on a set of values, then you can go for the sequence function. The sequence function, if you not mention anything, then by default it will take first sequence, right? If you mention from, to and by, accordingly it will act. So this is what the sequence function. Similarly here I can work out, I will clear this. Similarly, I can work out, say here x is equal to vector variable. C is called a vector variable. So C is the function which is used to create a vector, and here I created a vector like this. So these are the values which I stored in x. If I have to see the value which we stored in x, print x. Print x. print x. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 means whatever values I created here with the help of a vector function, that is C, all these values are going to be stored into x. So these are the value of x. And now if I try to take the sum of x, 60, 5 plus 2, 7 plus 16, right? Are you getting or not? That means if you know the commands, right, so directly you can apply. No need to write a very lengthy program, right? Directly you can apply, get a value, store into the vector, and perform the different types of statistical operations. You will get mean, median, standard deviation, correlation, regression, everything you will get it, right? That is what the sum, right? Now here, if I get the mean of x, mean of x. The meaning of this is, what is the mean? Mean means, as a definition of mean is the sum of observation divided by total number of observation. So sum of observation is 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Sum of this is 16. As a definition, the mean is sum of observation divided by the total number of observations, 16. How many observations are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 observations are there. So 16 divided by 5, so 5 3s are 15.2. This is called a mean. So no manual calculations are required. If a huge amount of data is there, directly you can apply the appropriate functions, appropriate statistical functions which are available in R programming language, right? So these are some sample built-in functions I explained. Now user-defined functions means those functions are not available in a language, in a R program. That is called a user-defined function. It is not at all available. You can write your own function. Own function can be written. A function is a set of statements organized together to perform a specific task. R has a large number of inbuilt functions. Large number of inbuilt functions are there. Even though if you want to write your own functions, you can write by using a user-defined function. So in case of this, the first of all, we have to write the function definition. So complete function should be defined. See the component of the function. First is